Gay. The Dominican African American is back with another video. I'm glad to be back. And today I'm going to be talking about traveling to the DR or getting high. All right. Look, my main goal for this video is to, be as objective as possible. So I'm not going to be, bashing weed or anything like that. I'm gonna mention some drawbacks to marijuana. I'm gonna mention some drawbacks to traveling, the whole thing. Also, it's a different setup. I wanted to try something different to see what the YouTube algorithm responds well to. So I wanted to try a different setup. And I also wanted to be a little bit more relaxed with this video. So I have my notes here. Versus having to, make a bunch of edits. And I kind of just wanted this to be real organic because a little bit about myself, I used to be a big pothead. All right, so I know what it's like to just want to smoke weed, and comparing it to traveling at the time when I was getting high, I didn't give a fuck about traveling. All right, so if you're not smoking weed or on the fence about traveling versus smoking weed, then this video may not be for you. But you can share it to somebody who you might want to start traveling, who is, smoking weed. All right. The Airbnb gift card giveaway. Again, there's 5 gift cards that were given out. 2 slots already guaranteed. There's 3 slots left. All you have to do to enter is share the video, tag me in it. It could be to your feed, your story, doesn't matter, just tag me in it. Or head on over to the Traveler Merch shop, pick you out some Traveler merch. All right. If you want to enter and leave it up to chance for the raffle, all you have to do is comment on the video. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to get straight to it. I got 8 points that I want to mention. And point number 1 is this: the experience and the memories that you're gonna have when you travel and when you smoke. All right, so look, getting high, it is an escape, just like traveling. The thing is, it is a temporary escape, okay? It does offer euphoria, but it's not long-lasting euphoria, if you will. It's about 30 minutes to an hour. And the experience that you get from smoking weed, it's fleeting. It's going to go away. Okay. Whereas, traveling, there's long lasting memories, life changing memories. You're going to be more immersed in the culture. You're going to be interacting with the locals. Okay. And those experiences will play a more meaningful role in your life compared to getting high. You know what I mean? So yes, they both are escapes, except with one it's temporary and with the other it's lifelong. Okay. And again, I'm not telling you to not smoke weed and to travel, or to smoke weed and not travel. I'm leaving it up for you guys to decide. But again, one is more long lasting. The next point is your health and your well-being. Okay. Now, with traveling, it can be stressful. The airport, immigration, passport, all of that shit can be a bit stressful for some. But once when you get used to it and you get to your destination, it's not going to bother you as much. Traveling will bring you happiness. It will bring you a reduction of stress. And it's going to expose you to new, cultures. Plus, you're going to be more physically active because of what you're doing in the country and getting to the country. Whereas, getting high, it does offer short-term effects that will bring relaxation and an altered perception. Okay. The thing is, the long-term health risks associated with smoking are as follows. You know, you got the chances of emphysema, higher blood pressure, heart disease, lung cancer. You know what I mean? Anytime there's, you know, smoke in your body, there's going to be risks associated with that. Okay, now I know I'm going to have some wise guys in the comment section about the medicinal purposes of marijuana. You know what I mean? I'm not talking to those who are using marijuana for medicinal purposes that is supervised, they're under supervision by an actual physician. And also, you can still get those same benefits without smoking it. You can eat, you know what I mean? You can consume it by eating essentially weed, if you will, but in, you know, forms of gummies, capsules, brownies, shit like that, drinks. But anytime you're smoking, you are going to deal with those risks. So with weed, yeah, it's going to give you some relaxation for a little bit. But if you're smoking it, you're dealing with risks. You're not active. You're not doing anything that's good for your body. Whereas traveling, it may be stressful at first, but after a while, the stress goes away. You're going to be physically active, which is going to burn calories. You're going to be happier when you're around and in the location that you chose to pick, when you're connecting with the locals that live there. It's when you're exploring, that's more beneficial for you, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally, as opposed to the short-term relaxation and alter perception benefits that weed brings. Okay. Next is personal growth. Now, I mentioned this in other videos about the benefits from traveling, the long-lasting personal growth benefits, you know, self-discovery. I've recently made a video about, you know, traveling after a breakup, things of that nature. But in addition to those points, traveling will push you out your comfort zone. Okay. If you're like myself, as you can see in my shorts, I study Spanish. I'm still studying Spanish. And you could have an interest in the language. You know what I mean? So it's pushing you out your comfort zone. You're learning a new language. And most importantly, you're gaining a broader view of the world. In my earlier videos, I talked about how it changed my going to the DR changed my perspective on traffic law enforcement. When you look at the vehicular homicide rate out there, you'll see that a lot of the times it's contributed to a lack of laws being enforced. You know what I mean? A system that they're lacking a system where here in America, you know, you're getting citations and tickets for, you know, certain road violations. There's things that can be put in place that can reduce the rate of vehicular homicides and, you know, fatal accidents and shit like that. So it gave me an appreciation for the thing that I thought was a problem. It gave me an appreciation for it. Whereas weed, on the other hand, and getting high, it will offer introspection, but it's temporary. You know what I mean? And it doesn't necessarily contribute to personal growth, if you will. It's an introspection, but it's not connected to any action behind it that's long lasting. All right. Next is the social interactions. Now, you know, when I was getting high, I thought it was a very social drug. You know what I mean? It allowed me to socialize with people that were smoking weed. But highlight that. People that were smoking weed. It limited me to a specific crowd. Whereas traveling, you're meeting people from different backgrounds, let alone the country that you're going. You're learning about the laws, the customs, and like you're building more meaningful connections. Like I said in an older video, I met taxi drivers. I met accountants, you know, waitresses, soon-to-be attorneys, ex-military cats. You know what I mean? That chose to retire out there. Like, smoking weed, although it was social, it limited me. And it didn't give me the same diversity of people and experiences that traveling gave me, or gives me, if you will. Okay? So take that into consideration if you're on the fence about, you know, traveling or, you know, getting high. You're going to be able to connect with more people if you travel than get high. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be social getting high. You know what I mean? Like, if you're an introvert, you'll be able to speak to other people that get high. And if you're an extrovert, you'll be able to talk to people that get high and choose to not get high. But the smell of marijuana, I mean, I don't mind the smell of marijuana. I don't get high anymore, and I still like the smell of weed. But not everybody likes the smell of weed. And that will limit your interactions. And it could, if you're around someone who doesn't like the smell, it could put you in a box, if you will, on how they think of you, how they interact with you, how they treat you, and things of that nature. So it's something to consider in regards to the social interactions, okay? Next is learning and enrichment, okay? When you travel to the DR, or any country, but for the sake of this video, the DR, obviously, I like learning about the language and learning the language. That's something that you can embark on, but you're gonna learn about the history, the art, the food, the dance, the music, the people, the traditions. You're gonna get a deeper enrichment when you travel, a deeper enrichment about a culture, a people, a group, you know what I mean, a nation that is hard to replicate when you're comparing it to smoking weed. Yeah, you can watch a documentary, you know what I mean? Yeah, you could, you know, talk to people and ask certain questions. Yeah, you can watch videos of scenic views of whatever country, in this case, the DR. But smoking weed and getting high doesn't give you that chance to fully immerse in that culture and to learn about, you know, the qualities of the country. Now, on the other hand, however, smoking weed gives you creativity, or at least in my opinion, it helped me with my creativity. But here's the issue with that. Like, with weed, you'll have all of this creativity and nothing for it to stick to. It's just like you got a great idea and no action behind it. You know what I mean? A great idea and that's it. Versus immersing yourself in a new culture and country may not present the same amount of creativity, but there's things to go with. There's things that's coming with that immersion. You know what I mean? So again, you decide. Creativity with a chance of nothing coming from it, or enrichment and a guarantee that things are going to come from it with a little bit of creativity. You know what I mean? Just because you're traveling doesn't mean you're not going to have any creativity or be creative or anything like that. But it's not going to inspire creativity the same way that smoking weed does, okay? But at the end of the day, it's what you do with that creativity, and it's what you do with that enrichment, that knowledge that you gain from going to that country, okay? Next is purpose and fulfillment. We hear that a lot. Be on your purpose, be on your purpose, be on your purpose, all of that stuff, right? But here's the thing. Everybody has a reason on why they're traveling, okay? I recently made a video about traveling after a breakup or a heartbreak. I talked about self-discovery. Your reason for traveling is different than everybody else's. It might be similar to, you know, people, but it's different. So like, when you're trying to travel for self-development or self-exploration, when you actually get to where you got to get to, or when you come back from where you got to get to, there's a sense of fulfillment and achievement that comes from that. All right. This feeling or sense of accomplishment has long-term benefits You're gonna feel like, yo, I said I was gonna do something and I fucking did it. Whatever you're traveling for, whatever the reason is, but you did it. Whereas getting high, it gives you a quick mood boost. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Whether you want to feel relaxed or whether you want to feel energetic or whether you want to feel creative, it'll give you that for sure. But it's for what, 30 minutes to an hour. It's short, it's temporary. There's no sense of, I just achieved a goal. It doesn't contribute to life goals or fulfillment, if you will. It's, I'm about to smoke this blunt and feel better. Boom. Now, again, if that's what you want to do, ain't no judgment over here, none of that. I'm just saying, self-love is something they didn't teach us in school, and self-fulfillment contributes to that level of self-love. And you can get that with traveling as opposed to getting high. Because subconsciously, whether you acknowledge it or not, you are hurting your body. You know what I mean? And that's not the same as self-love in any way. So you're going to feel better about yourself after you travel. You know what I mean? So next is your perspective on life. I said in an earlier video that it changed my perspective on laws, but it also will change your perspective on life. You'll see how people can live with less. You'll start to appreciate life. Like with the vehicular homicide rate example, like, wow, I appreciate the fact that they have these law enforcement because it's increasing my traffic law enforcement because it's increasing my chances of returning home to my loved ones. Okay. Like, you're going to see how others live their life and appreciate different ways of living. Whereas getting high, yeah, it gives you that escape like I mentioned earlier, but it doesn't expand your worldview. Like I said, you can watch videos about what it could be like or what it's like, but you never really know until you're there. You know what I mean? It's you have to be there to see what it's really like. Smoking weed and watching a documentary on it is not the same. It could be misleading. There could be hidden agendas behind what you're watching. When you truly want to know what something is like, you got to be there. You got to go. And when you do go, you're going to have a greater appreciation about your life. Okay, so with traveling, you appreciate life. With getting high, it gives you that same escape as traveling, but you don't get the level of life appreciation that you get with traveling. Okay. Last but not least is the investment in like time and money. Now, obviously, I saved this for last for a reason. I can't have a video about traveling and smoking weed without talking about the time and money that's being invested. All right, so it's gonna be a little long-winded, but stick with me. So when you smoke weed, I'm gonna do weed first. When you smoke, let's say you want an eighth. All right, boom, $40 for an eighth or whatever. You could be spending $40 every other day, every week, totaling up to hundreds of dollars per month, right? Some of y'all be buying, ounces, 2 ounces, shit like that. But over time, that shit adds up versus $1,600 for a trip that you don't pay up front and you get all of these long-lasting, life-changing benefits from it. Okay, so one is like a scratch, the other is more like a stab. One is gonna leave a mark, if you will. All right, that's a bad joke. Don't be out stabbing people and shit like that. But like, I had some fellas in the comment section talking about how much money you really need for the DR and shit like that. And it's like, my channel is about helping brothers get the fuck out of ruts. And when these cats talk about how you need X amount of dollars to travel, it could deter someone from traveling because they may not have that amount. If you got 10 bands to travel, that's good for you. That's what's up. Every brother don't have that. Every dude doesn't have that. And I'm trying to tell cats that, yo, you don't need 10 bands, 4 bands to travel for a 4-day getaway to the DR. You don't need that. First things first, you got to figure out what it is that you want to travel for. I had my reasons, okay, on why I wanted to travel, and I did not need 5 bands to travel, and I lived it up. I got the same thing. I got what I wanted, and I fulfilled what I wanted to achieve and what I wanted to fulfill. You don't need that much money to travel. You will need money, okay? But you don't need that much money. You just need patience, you need a plan, and you gotta be willing to budget, okay? Like, so when it comes to smoking weed, you might think that, yo, it's cheaper. Let me just spend $40 right quick versus $800 on a flight or an Airbnb or a package deal or whatever, right? But in the end, what did you get for that investment? You invested time and money into this weed, into an eighth. You got your escape, you got your relaxation, you know what I mean? But you also increase your chances of emphysema, increase your chances of heart disease, strokes, lung cancer, you know what I mean? High blood pressure. And you didn't meet nobody, you didn't interact with nobody, you know what I mean? Your appreciation for life didn't increase, none of that shit, right? Versus, all right, I gotta pay $800 right now and then $800 6 months from now. Or if you got $600, cause y'all be balling, $600 right here, and I got interactions with people, self-love, fucking a new language, memories, all of this shit that come with it. You get a bigger return on your investment when it comes to traveling as opposed to getting high, okay? More memories, more experience that will shape your future versus getting high and ain't nothing shaping your future. Nothing, for real. All right? The personal growth from weed, in my opinion, is not lifelong and not as impactful as traveling. All right? So look, that does it with the list. But before you go, I'm at 498 subs. All right? 498 subs. Pretty much after the upload of this video, maybe a day or two, I'll be at 500. And I wanted to show my appreciation and, you know, I just want to go on a quick spill, if you will. When you see like when I see negative comments in the comment section, because you get them a lot. I get them a lot, but it's like I give those negative comments more attention than the positive comments and the love that I get. I want to extend my love and appreciation to all the love that I get. Like, I made this channel because I was in a place where I was fucked up. Now, I stopped smoking weed in 2018, but from 2013 up until 2021, I was in a very dark spot, man. I was fucked up. And there was no videos for me, or there was no way I was even open and receptive to hearing how to get out the ruts and how to get out the depression, because I was so used to getting out of it right then and there temporarily from smoking weed. So I didn't know about long-term benefits within healthcare, long-term benefits of traveling, and long-term benefits of studying. Like, I just wanted to get the fuck out the pain right then and there. And it prolonged the recovery process. I made this channel for men. And look, and I got some sisters. I want to give y'all a shout out in a second. But I made this channel for men that are in those fucking ruts, that are in those dark places. Like I said, going to work, coming home, playing the game, busting nuts on yourself, and wondering what the fuck is there to do next. I made this channel for men to know that life is fucking valuable, that there's shit that you can do, that there's a way out, there's a way to ease the fucking pain outside of getting high and doing problematic shit. I didn't make this channel to flex and say I got 10 bands and none of that shit. I didn't make this channel to talk about mangoes and outfits and shit. Like my channel's not gonna be based around Sasua the whole fucking time. I'm not creep camming, none of that shit. I didn't make this channel for that. My channel is to help men get the fuck out of ruts through my love of the DR, okay? And how it helped me get out of ruts. All right, so if you're looking for creep cams, if you're looking for stories about fucking bitches and all of that, like, you're in the wrong. This is not that. This is not that, okay? I understand that men were visual creatures. I like women too. You like women, like, I get all of that, you know what I mean? I know what the fuck, y'all, everybody knows what's out there, but there's more benefits, there's more to the DR than Sosua, okay? At soon to be 500 subs, that shows me that there's people out there, 500 people out there who I'm reaching to, who I'm touching, who I'm inspiring, who I'm fucking helping. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, you know, I'll be focused on all the negative shit that I'll get and receive, and not acknowledge the fact that, yo, there's people that are benefiting from this. So first things first, I hope that you guys are benefiting from it. I hope that you guys continue to benefit from it. And overall, thank you. I be forgetting sometimes, like, yo, look at the numbers. Look, it's right here in front of you. Like, this shit is helping. I'm doing what I said I was doing. But all it takes is one fucking bad comment, and then I'll be all in my bag. You know what I mean? So, bro, if you're going through something right now and my channel is helping, I'm so happy that it's helping you, and it brings me joy to know that this shit ain't being done for nothing. You know what I mean? Thank you for sticking with me. You know what I mean? As opposed to, you know, some of the other channels, and thank you for taking the time to show love in my comment section. You know what I mean? Thank you for taking the time to watch the video, to hit the fucking subscribe button, all of that. Like, thank you. I really appreciate it. And again, I hope that more of my videos will continue to help you grow and heal and get to what you got to get through. And hopefully you can share it to cats that are going through the same thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, yo, like 500 subs, man, that's big. That's more than my other channel, my first channel when I was making beats, WG and W Bash. You can look it up. I got some of my old beats and shit on there. That took me 3 years to get to where I'm at now in just a couple months. So, like, I really appreciate the support, and yeah, man, like, continue to travel, continue to develop yourself. All right, learn a new language, meet new people, build that appreciation for life. All right, again, there's more to the DR than just Sosua. All right, Sosua is banging. It's banging. It's like everything you see on YouTube. It's like that. Yes, it is. But the DR has even more to offer. You can find your wife out there, bro. You know what I mean? Like, once when Sosua die down, and like you get used to it, and you already know what to expect, and you start wanting something with some substance, you can meet your wife out there, bro. And it don't even gotta be the DR. It can be in any fucking country. All you need is one. All right. Like, look, I know I'm going on this rant. I appreciate the 500 subs, man. I really do. All the love that I've been getting. The cats that hit me up on the gram, you know what I mean, that will see my Instagram tag, hit me up on the gram like, yo, I'm about to go to the DR. Yo, help me out with this. Yo, check this. Like, I appreciate all y'all, man. I appreciate that, man. Like, it makes me feel heard. It makes me feel like I'm not doing this for nothing. It makes me feel like I'm helping, that I'm doing what I said I was trying to do. You know what I mean? You know, growing up, I didn't have like the biggest family, and I wasn't like the most popular in high school and none of that shit. Like, but seeing men, actual men, grown ass men showing love, like, yo, bro, I fuck with you, you know what I mean? And hitting me up and shit like that. That is priceless as fuck, yo. Like, it's so dope. You know what I mean? Or I'm at a gas station and the boy was like, yo, I seen your video. Now, it wasn't from this YouTube channel, it's from my other YouTube channel where he recognized me. But like shit like that, man, like that's real dope. And 500 subs, I mean, like, yo, like that's big for me. You know what I mean? That's big. And I really appreciate it. So that does it. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe. Let me know what you choosing to do, man. Would you rather travel? Would you rather get high? Let me know in the comment section. All right, I'm out. Peace.